cut to the chase. Everyone give me some space. Don't fall out, we fall into place. Every step walking with grace, amen. Keeping my foot off the brakes. Impact, I'm ready to brace. We fall down and land on our face, just to get up and finally escape. Wait, boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. They live through the story they made, okay? Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. Hey, legends don't die anyway. I was working on a play today. Body bags covered away. I paved, zipped up like a bathing ape. How many of us then came and stayed? Not too many, I've been staying awake to get it and get right on every mistake. I give them a bite, they taking a plate. It's all been a feeling that I couldn't shake. So I just keep killing till I'm at the gates. We straight, we treat them like worms in a lake. They bake, just give me a drum and a bass. I skate and grind till I'm numb in the face, okay? Don't fuck up my day, don't talk about clutch. I got ice in my veins, I'm colder than Trey. I stick to the code, I'm glitching the game. I do anything for the win at the end of the day. I gotta cut to the chase. Everyone give me some space. Don't fall out, we fall into place. Every step walking with grace, amen. Keeping my foot off the brakes. Impact, I'm ready to brace. We fall down and land on our face, just to get up and finally escape. Wait, boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. They live through the story they made, okay? Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. Legends don't die anyways. Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. They live through the story they made, okay? Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. Legends don't die anywhere.
Mentally feel like Kobe, I'm like Jokic with the rock. You physically couldn't hold me, I don't care if you pushing 40. You can never little bro me. Euro step like Ginobili, from young OG to the OG. From nosebleeds to floor seats. Circle stronger than Cuban links. My gold dance, your gold plated. You verse me, now that's a reach. We ready? Who ready? We ready? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who ready? We ready, been ready, I waited, my turn, on God, held steady. I keep dropping back to back, I keep going if you let me. I've been sitting at the top, looking down at those who left me. Promise I'm not being petty, I'm the one they envy. Brody moving state to state, make $1 million out to send me. Plus I grinded from the start, I was stacking pennies. I might dip like Machiavelli, after the confetti. Who ready? We ready? Who ready? We ready? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who? Who ready? We ready? Who ready? We ready? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who?
Yo, what is happening, people? How are we all doing? It is finally here, the season opener for the AERS Championship, and I have very much been looking forward to this for quite some time. Obviously, since the end of last season, which was absolutely biblical. It was an amazing season full of great battles, great overtakes. Yeah, we had some safety cars, which you're bound to have, but absolutely brilliant people. Hope you're all well. Nice to see everybody in the chat nice and early. We've got Rafa, we've got Skino, and we've got the OG Mr. Night Owl. How are we doing, sir? Hope you're well. But yeah, we just had a follow as well, Leodos, or Leo. We'll just call you Leo. Thank you very much for the follow. But yeah, very much looking forward to this. Hope you're all well. And let's just get right into it. I mean, last season was absolutely brilliant. We got some new players, some new ballers in this season, trying to take the championship away from SCI, which they had an absolutely brilliant one, absolutely amazing. One man that was racing last season, who is racing here again tonight, a name that everybody spoke about. It is the great man Voller. He is back, looking to get a win. I think he actually took a win here, if I'm not correct, last season. So yeah, Voller, big name, and you will see him being chanted very often. You do see an empty black box there with the name of Ronnie. Ronnie will be joining me. He's just got over some major surgery. I did change it, but just to put the name under there. But he will be joining us for some comms very, very soon. He's just easing his way back into things, so he will be joining us. So yeah, it will be Ronnie joining us in the box. I have issues again with EA. The inviting people. So yeah, this is gonna be a problem. Well, people, if you are racing and you cannot get an invite from Grumpy, add the commentator on the game, and I will get you into the lobby. So first of all, let's dive into who is actually taking part this evening and what teams are going to be driving in what cars. But yeah, very much been looking forward to this. It's been well thought out by Grumpy with the new background, the comms background. Absolutely loving it. He's put some money into it, so thank you to Mr. Grumpy on that. Looks very clean, very nice. But yeah, as we've got Bonfort in the chat as well. How we doing? But let's have a look at Discord. Let's have a look at the drivers who are taking part tonight. So in the Alpine is AERT, and it is Nardo and Sammy Lewis that will be driving for them this evening. For SCI, they will be driving in the McLaren, and it's Voller and Kazizel, if I pronounce that correctly. We've got Helad Racing, new this season. They're driving in the Red Bull, and we've got HLR, Fleur, and Lou. In for FVR, they're going to be in the Ferrari. We've got Matt and Louise Matijevic. I'm sorry, I'm bad with names. I do try, though. We've got TRT there in the Haas. We've got Robin and Thomas. In for ETA Esports, they're in the V-Cab. We've got Matteo and Danilo Lasic. In for IRT in the Mercedes, we've got Ward and Callum. In the Williams TRS, another one, a new one for this season, with Andrea Tarantino and Levy. In for VMV, which I believe are another new one. They're going to be in the Audi. It is Cart and Florin. We will get better with these names as the season goes on. QDR, we've got Aston Martin, and Kevin and Edward are going to be driving for them. And then for FRT, they are going to be driving in the Cadillac, and we've got Tiago and Speed Demon in there. So this race basically could set the tone for the season. Which team's going to win, who's going to come out on top. Are SCI going to have a great start? Are AERT, are one of the newcomers going to come and stamp their authority on the championship early doors? We'll have to wait and see. But let's get into the track information. So the first Grand Prix was held back in 1996, but the first Grand Prix held in Australia was at Adelaide, which was back in 1985. The track length is 5.278 kilometres, with the lap record being held by Charles Leclerc, which he set back in 2024, which was 1 minute 19.813. The most pole positions goes to Lewis Hamilton, with most wins going to Michael Schumacher. The pole run to turn one breaking point is 271 metres, so a kind of like mid-ish one for the calendar, to be honest. Nice little rundown if you can get an early launch against your competitor. If they get a bit stuck in the mud, you can get them into turn one. Hopefully we don't see some incidents in turn one. It can be, you know, a lot of drivers tempting to go side to side, side by side, which we've seen a lot of them pull it off throughout the season, and last season was absolutely was absolutely brilliant. But the safety car probability is 67%, with the virtual safety car probability being the same. As I always say, you could probably bump that up a bit at some tracks and maybe lower it at certain tracks. How we doing, Leo? Hope you're welcome in. As we've got 15 people. We've got Rafa with the follow. Thank you very much, Rafa. The pit stop time loss here at the circuit is around 19.3 seconds, including a 2.5 second stationary stop. There are 14 corners with 4 straight line modes here at the circuit. The first one, as we all know, from the final corner down to turn 1, but they class the first one as turn 2 to turn 3. Your second is turn 5 to turn 6. Then it's turn 8 to turn 9. Then turn 10 to turn 11 are your straight line mode areas here at Albert Park. So that's all the information there. And let's get over into the game and find out who's in and who's not. But do we think, chat, that SCI can do it again, or do we think another team is going to come out on top of this season? Voller had a great season. He was backed up by a pretty strong team with Silo and was it Finn and was it Speed Demon at SCI? I'm sure, but I'm not 100% on that, but Speed Demon does seem to ring a bell. But yeah, it was an absolutely memorable season. A lot of great races, great battles, some good comebacks. Like I said, SCI. I think the one that always sticks out for me is the Netherlands race, where we had Silo and Track Racer side by side into the final chicane on the final lap. They both end up in the gravel, and Finn was swooping through for the victory. Absolutely brilliant. You know, the racing gods were on his side that night, and he got a win. So more power to him. More power to him. But yeah, can't wait to see who comes out on top. Obviously, new racers, new drivers. Very much looking forward to seeing if SCI can be beaten. Are they going to be able to retain their title? It's all something that we've got to wait and see, people. And I hope throughout the season you join us here on the commentator channel and over on the AERS YouTube channel. for all the AERS content that will be coming out this season. We will be covering the PC no assist tier on Friday as well. Another one that I am very, very excited for, and I mean extremely excited for. But yeah, we'll wait to as we get Andy in the chat. How we doing, Andy? Hope you are well, mate. Pleasure to see you in the chat as always. I did DM you, by the way. I know I did go a little bit OT, but like I said in the DM last week, that it was inspiring to see someone who, you know, that can't hear. I don't like saying the B word. That can't hear, that can race so well, and the times can be so quick. Because I class every single one of you as absolutely stupidly quick. I can't get anywhere near any of you, even in my wildest dreams. I don't think I'd be able to do it. And hats off to each and every person that lines up on that grid to try and win a race. Like, hats off to each and every one of you. You've got a class. But then you hear that somebody that can't hear is absolutely, like, you see it first hand, smashing it. Inspirational, absolutely inspirational. And best of luck, Andy. I will be rooting for you throughout the season, honestly. Best of luck, sir. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's hope that this race is going to be one to remember here at Albert Park this evening. Hopefully it should be. Let's see if Grumpy's give me an invite just to help him out with any invites that he may need. Nope. I don't know if Sam Lewis is watching. Sammy, if you are watching, can you give me an invite if you're in the lobby? But if you are struggling, or if you are in the lobby and Grumpy can't add me, the commentator, top right hand corner of your screen, send me a friend request and I will accept and get into the lobby. But yeah, very much. We've got some more comms coming on the my channel, my personal channel, tomorrow night. So if you are free, make sure you hop along and have a little watch. But it's all about the AERS season opener here tonight. And can that question be answered? RSCI gonna start as they mean to go on? Are they gonna start as champions by winning the first race of the season with a 1-2? Or are we just gonna see one of these new teams go, SCI, this is our season, this is our time? Be good to see. Obviously we had AMS, I think it was AMS that had an absolutely amazing battle with them towards the end of the season. Tried bringing it back, but SCI just couldn't. SCI just wouldn't let the grip of that championship. And thank you very much, people, for the friend invites. But yeah, absolutely. Like I said, SCI just really going for it. Like they had an amazing season, great start, middle, and kind of towards the end it wasn't a perfect season by SCI, from SCI by any means. You know, they did have the race, the odd race where, you know, the team wasn't quite at the range, as they say, that day. But then we had some great races, some great comebacks. Voller, you know, like I said in the beginning, in the run up to this, Voller was a big name that everybody spoke about. Everybody, you know, supported him and said that he was going to pretty much dominate every race, and which some races he did. Like, let's not be shy about it. He did an absolutely brilliant job, but then there was other races where he just didn't have the pace. Right, and it's the same for every driver. Some drivers are absolutely magnificent at certain tracks, can bang in, you know, lap time after lap time after lap time, and then you just get some drivers that are okay at it, but just aren't quite at the races like the rest of them. So yeah, Albert Park with these 4 straight line modes. I mean, with this grid, the way, I mean, we've seen in qualifying how close everything's going to be. I mean, we got a glimpse of it there. Hopefully, you know, it's going to be like that for the rest of the tracks, where qualifying is going to be super close and super intense. But race-wise, I think we're going to see a lot more. I think we're going to... I hope we see some aggression, but strategic aggression. Like, at the end of the day, we know how, you know, easily it is to use all the ERS in this new 26 era. And they really do have to look after it and regen it and choose their attacks wisely, because they know they're going to be suffering. If the driver in front hasn't used the ERS, they're going to have an advantage. So it's very much a mind game now for me, this kind of style of racing. It's more multitasking. You have to be very deep-minded, I think, to be racing nowadays in these high intense, like high pace lobbies that we see, because you've got to be thinking about so much more than obviously previous games now with that ERS and that straight line mode. So, but come on, people, who do we think is going to win this? Are we going to see SCI on top again, or are we going to see a new team? Are AERT going to have a better start than they did last season? All answers, all questions will be answered, people, will be answered at the end of this one. Full grid again, hopefully tonight. 22 drivers. It'll be first time I think I've commentated on a full. No, it isn't. It's the second time. But it's always fun to see, just even though it's two added cars can cause so much mayhem in racing. Just adding two more people. But are we going to see? We're going to see enemies made this season. Are we going to see great teamwork? Are we going to see teams really striving for that, where both of them are getting more out of it than, you know, just one being favoured sometimes? Because you do get that, you know, in some teams one driver is quicker than the other, and sometimes the team may have to, you know, rely on them helping that other driver out to steal a few more places, get a few more points. So it'd be great to see a bit more. I think, like, teamwork wise, we did see some teamwork obviously last season. Not saying that we didn't, but would be just like a little bit greater maybe to just see sometimes maybe someone holding some, you know, some drivers up to try and gain an advantage. But obviously each driver is going to be aiming to become supremacy. I mean, it's bragging rights in these kind of competitions to be. I mean, obviously it's mainly about the teams. Let's not hide it. But to have the bragging rights of being at the top of the championship in that list that you are looking at right now, just them alone, and obviously a couple of drivers that will be joining. I think everybody's here now. We're just waiting on two, to be honest. But that list, bragging rights. That is bragging rights. All to be top of that lot. I tell you what, I'd be very, very proud to be like the standout driver amongst all them, amongst each and every one of you who's racing tonight. Because the pace that you guys have and the driving that some of you guys do is just, yeah, next level. So put on a show for us tonight. Let's see some good overtakes, some good battles. As a commentator, it's what I thrive on. We should be getting ready very soon to get started. Only 1 minute over, and I think we're just waiting for two more drivers to join us. Oh no, have we got everybody? I think that may be everybody. We should be getting underway for the opening session, the opening qualifying session of the season. Albert Park. Couldn't start anywhere else, could it really? I mean, we used to have Bahrain, but no, we've got Albert Park. As we get a few more followers, thank you very much, Maxim and I don't even want to try and pronounce that name because I will butcher it. But thank you very much for the follow. Massively appreciate it. And welcome in to the AERS Championship. We are on the countdown now to qualifying. Let's see if these boys can really take it and have a good qualifying here this evening. Let's see who gets the ball by the horns here in the opening session of the season. Get settled, get ready, because Albert Park is coming your way. 18 minutes of qualifying, 18 minutes of laps to see who can reign supreme here in qualifying. Who do you think it's going to be? Get your votes in the chat. Who is going to be the man on the top as we get Italian Racing Chap in the chat? How are we doing? Welcome in, sir. Who do you think is going to win this? Evening, Adam. How are we doing? Go TRS. So, looks like we've got TRS maybe on the top. But the weather conditions not looking the best here in qualifying, as you can just see a little bit of the cloud in the background there. And actually now we do see rain. I actually do see rain. I didn't notice that at first, but now I do see it. So wet qualifying. And you know what? I've been hoping for this for a while. We got Luca in the chat as well. Vamos says, IRT says Adam in the chat. We got Sharks as well. How we doing? Welcome in. Yeah, qualifying now underway. We've got FRT driver, put hard press to believe anyone outside of FVR will win. We've got Grant's F1 in the chat saying win. Oh, he's putting win again. Sorry, it looked like it was. Sorry, Grant. But how we doing, brother? Welcome in. So yeah, nobody in a rush to get out of the box as of yet. With these wet conditions, as we look like we got some movement in the McLaren box. That is SCI. The team coming out on track. Oh, a bit more movement as well in the pit lane. Let's try and jump on board with one of the teams. That's Andy. How we do? Let's check Andy out. Oh, Andy's on the softs. Looks like that rain's stopped, or maybe it's just on the balance. But we'll find out. But I think we do have Sammy Lewis out first on the circuit. AERT driver in the Alpine. Out first on circuit. Going to be first to put a time on the board, or will he? You know, every driver has that chance of invalidation on the lap. Hello, the commentator. I'm Ricky. How are we doing, Ricky? Thank you for joining us. We've got Isaiah as well. How are we doing, Isaiah? SCI could win too. So Grant is saying SCI could win this. We've got goal mat from Luca in the chat as well. As Sammy's struggling out of turn 12 there on the exit. No, sorry, that was turn 12. So it was turn 10. No, turn 11. I do apologise. It's been a while since we've done some Albert Park. But here we go. Sammy Lewis. Power down, and he will start the first lap of the evening. The graphics look amazing. You're welcome. Yeah, that big bubble on the back of it doesn't look great, but yeah. So we got Isaiah. Australia is my worst track in the race. I'm second off here. Where's the battery? Yeah, the battery is a very, very hard one. Well, Sammy Lewis making his way through Sector 2. Can he keep this car in between the white lines, or are we going to see an invalidation from the young American as he continues on now into one of the straight line mode areas between turns 8 and 9 we are. And there we go. There's 9, 10. We've got VMV Florent has left the session. Got the Mercedes in the background there, just warming the tyres as Sammy Lewis is moving onwards with his lap through turn 11. Better exit than we've seen on his outlap. Into turn 12. Up to 13. And just one corner to go. A correction there as he went into turn 13. Bit of a slide as well on entry. But here we go. Power down. Sammy tucking in. And what's it going to be? It's a 125.915 for Sammy Lewis. Let's try and jump on board with another driver as we get Kazizzle in for SCI there. In at P1 with a 125.210. Sammy Lewis not far behind there. So good lap as we've got Voller coming around the final corner. And what can Voller do as he approaches the line? Looking like a pretty decent lap from Voller. It's a 125.409. Goes into P3 currently. Let's have a look at Callum. IRT in the Mercedes this time round. Can Callum get in amongst that top 4 so far? Can he top them? Kirk is back, says Otzo in the chat. As we get Speed Demon across the line with a 125.194. Cracking lap from him. And then we get VMV Kart with a 125.098. Track Evolution might be coming up after the rain. Track might just be drying out that little bit more. As now the times are getting faster and faster. We get TRT Tom to the line with a 125.021. And then we get Callum with a 125.561 there. Crossing the line. Let's have a look at VZN Vortex. What can Vortex do? Round the final corner. Power down as he makes his way to the start finishing line. Now, what's the time going to be? It's a 125.044. Moves into P2. Let's have a look at HLR Fleur. New this season to the championship. Can HLR have a great start here at Albert Park? As now Fleur rounding the final corner as we get Ward across the line with a 124.602, and he did that on the inters. But here comes Fleur across the line at 125.060, moves into P5. So look at TRT Robin. Is the track evolving? We get the Merc round in the background there. Following a bit too close to the back of the hat of Robin. As Robin now going through turn 11. Couple corners to go for the Haas driver. Can they make their name here this evening? We get Matteo across the line in the V-Carb. It's a 124.501. ET8 are going to be happy with that one. But the track is evolving. Lap times are getting quicker, and we get Robin across the line with a 125.397, goes into P12. Lou coming up to the line, 126.751, goes P16. Let's have a look at Edward. Let's see what Edward can do here with their first run of the evening for QDR in the Aston Martin. Been pretty decent so far. Let's watch for the sector split as he approaches. Here it is. It's a 29.276. Follow the console version of Brendan Lee. Go on, Graz. He is currently on another lap, is Voller. We'll see what Edward can do though, as Edward making his way now through sector 3. Going through one of the one of the 4 straight line mode circuits here at Albert Park. Straight line zones, not circuits, sorry. Straight line zones here at Albert Park. But through turn 13, no, turn 12, sorry. Through turn 13 he comes now. on the intermediates as well. Is he going to be quicker? Here we go, up to the line for Edward. Power down. What's the lap time going to be as he crosses the line? So 124.436. He moves to the top for QDR. Has Voller decided to go on to the inters? No, and Voller has actually backed out of the lap. Could we be seeing another run here from Voller? Yeah, Edward was on inters, yeah. As we do see some carbon fibre in the pit lane. It is raining. I think it's very fine margins, but it is quite clear that we do have intermediates that are quicker, that are the quicker tyre. Voller did try the softs, but so people are trying the softs. Andy's out on the softs, so let's see if Andy can improve. Currently on an out lap. So Andy looking to improve here. Currently P14. He's out on the softs, whereas others have opted for the inters, and bad exit out the final corner there. But is it going to make any difference with the lap time? Here we go with Andy. Through turn 1 he goes. Into turn 2 now. Looking nice. Let's see if he gains anything. We'll have to watch for the sector split, which is in between turns 5 and 6. But it does look like it's on pretty much a knife edge. But there we go, though. Showing now that the intermediates are quicker, with Armateo going even quicker on the lap at 123.889 for the VCAB. And I'm sure the ETA are absolutely loving this qualifying so far, with both of their drivers in at P1 and 2. ETA, yeah. Got to be loving this qualifying so far, as Andy has actually backed out of the lap. So let's see if anybody has decided to... Is Thomas on the intermediates here? And is down on time anyway, so let's have a watch of Vortex. We've seen Vortex already, haven't we? Let's try and get on board with this. Has Voller gone on to the inters or what? Right, so Voller on inters. Let's see if he can improve. He's got a 124.744, so decent time, but obviously the intermediates must be the quicker tyre, with Matteo banging in a 123.889. So let's see what Voller can do. He needs a second improvement if he wants to be on that top position for the race. So let's see what he can do. And everybody loved an onboard with Voller, but we're just going to watch him like this, because I'm sure we don't want to be giving away ERS usage on a lap. And we've seen more carbon fibre on the track there. So here we go with Voller. Can he improve on the inters? And that's a bad turn 1, and that could be a possible back out of it. Is he continuing on here? That looked like a track invalidation. Surely. But we'll see. Voller coming up to the sector 2 split here. And Voller is up a 10th.5. Maybe there's going to be improvements for Voller on his next run if he comes out on the inters through turns 1 and 2. With that little bit of it looked like a mishap that he had through turn 1 there. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't look like he should have been there. As now he's lost time through sector 2. So maybe not gaining any time through sector 1. But here he comes, Voller. Hasn't looked the best lap from Voller, I won't lie. It looks like a bit of a scruffy one. And there we see the lap abandoned. But people on the way back into the pits. Let's have a watch of... let's have a look at the VCAB driver. We missed his teammate's lap time. He was a P2 a couple of... well, about a minute or two ago. So let's see what... NXT, I'm going to call him, or President... Predestinato. As we get Cart on the top with a 123.886. Look at the lap time. Look how close these times are between the drivers. Absolutely phenomenal. But Cart comes out on top. And I am sure VMV are going to be happy with that. Can he remain there for the rest of qualifying? Under 5 minutes left here. As we get NXT now. Making the way through sector 2. Here comes the sector split. He's up nearly 2 tenths. And he needs more time through sector 3 now. Has he got any through sector 3? See what he can do. Just a couple of corners left in the qualifying well, not in the qualifying session, in this lap for NXT as he rounds the final corner. Did he find any more time in sector 3? He's power down to the line, and it is a 123.663. He found a load of time in that final sector and moves up into the top spot with a 123.633. Cracking lap time there from NXT. Predestinato, I think. Predestinato. We'll just. I'll just call him NXT. Grants. Predestinato. It doesn't sound like a word. Predestinato. NXT was a team. All right, Predestinato. Checo. Right, so everybody in the pit lane now, and they will be getting ready for the final run. Here's Ward looking to put in their final run for IRT of the session. And are they going for another warm-up? I think they are. Looks like they're getting the tyres ready as we get FVR Justin in the chat. Let's go. How are we doing, Justin? 63 viewers. How are we all doing, people? Good evening. You join us here for the season opener, if you've not been here before, of the AERS Championship. And we've got Predestinato on the top, but currently in intermediate conditions with a 123.663. Cracking lap. Everybody now coming out onto the circuit. Ward went for another warm-up run, as I think Andy also doing the same. So drivers out early, maybe trying to get the fuel down as well. Who to go on with? Who do we go on with? And I'm going to pick... I mean... Andy's started a lap now, so at least we're on board with Andy. Andy's started his lap. Let's see if he can improve. Come on, Andy! Currently in at P8 with a 124.081. Looking nice and clean so far. Maybe a bit squiggly on exit there. Bit of a step. Oh, a big moment there for Andy. And that will be the lap pretty much gone for him, unfortunately. As we get Ward coming to the line. And, yeah, they're now starting a lap. So let's see if Ward can improve. 124.6. Oh, big mess on the exit there. Anyone gamble on dries? Yeah, a few people took a gamble. A few people, Grants. A few people. Oh, I ain't got no tyres. Oh, yeah, Fleur and Lou. Just two drivers. So Ward has improved by half a second through sector 2. Great improvement from Ward. Now, can they find any more time in Sector 3? A 124.602. He would need another 5/10. So, yeah, another half a second if he wants to mess around in that top 3. Looking a bit drifty there through turn on the exit of turn 13. Speed Demon into the wall and out of this one. But here comes Ward to the line. And Ward jumps up into P1. It's a 123.552. Let's have a look at Mateo. We've seen Mateo banging in lap after lap. Fastest lap after fastest lap. Can Mateo do it again? Has he found the time? Round the final corner comes Mateo. Power down. Here we go for the VCAB team of ETA. Has he done it? Across the line he goes, and he has a 123.508 from Mateo. But then Fleur comes across the line on the softs with a 123.242. The payoff worked for the team. Moving one of the drivers onto the softs, HLR, as Robin, though, takes the fastest lap there across the line. But Fleur on the softs up into P2, cracking lap. And let's see what Robin was on. Robin was on the inters. We've still got Sammy Lewis, who's just got across the line. Sammy up into P10. A 20th. Nardo, invalid pole. A 23-1. Bloody hell. Gutted. Gutted for Nardo there with the invalidation vortex. Is Nardo, by the way. Okay. Thank you. Poor Nardo. So, great qualifying there. Very close at the end. Here, Fleur is 62 P2. As Robin did take the top spot of the evening in at P1 with a 123.231. Fleur on the softs, taking a chance with a 23.242. The next driver on the softs was Lou in P5 with a 123.659. But yeah, that is your grid for this evening. And where is the great man himself? Voller, down in P13. As we get AMR Geo in the chat, we've got Caterpillar, Washed 46. 69 viewers. How are we all doing, people? So happy that you can join us here for the AERS season opener of the console no assist tier. And looks like we have better weather for the race. So can we see some drivers that maybe didn't do too well in those intermediate conditions come out trumps in these dry conditions and make up some positions in the change, in obviously the weather changing. So let's see if they can do. As we get Snacks in the chat saying, easy, how we doing? As we get Oliver in the chat. But how are we all doing, people? Do we think... What do we think about qualifying? Is that how's Robin gives Brain P1 short console? I don't know, mate. I had a great session, a great qualifying, just absolutely brilliant final run there. I think it was very fine margins. Whether softs, whose were softs and which were quicker. Nardo invalid pole, and he's a line merchant. Wow. Wet quality. It was wet quality. Caterpillar. But like I said, it was very fine margins. Whether you could, no worries. Was very fine matches. We got Melwin. How we doing, Melwin? Great to see so many people joining us here for the season opener. Absolutely cracking. One bit must be doing something right. As we get Oliver with the one bit there. Thank you very much, Oliver. I think you need a new PC. Why do I need a new PC? Zach, what's wrong? But here we go for the first race of the season. It is 5 red lights. And we are underway. The Haas gets a good start there. As we hear absolutely nothing. All right. Robin, good start. Fleur, a good start as well. So they all get off the line and nice and easily. Doesn't look like we've got any position changes so far. As we do see Lou and Louis down in P6. Bit of a battle going on here. As we get TRT Thomas under pressure from Lou. But they now all feed through nicely. Thank you for the gifted sub. Cheers, Justin, for the gifted sub. Thank you very much. But yeah, great start to the race. Let's have a look at the tyres. So everybody opting for the medium compound. So it's all going to be about undercuts here as we get the VCAB team trying to defend their position. But we've also got Ward trying to go around the outside. Now he moves to the inside. And now we'll have the outside again for the final corner. He'll have a better run down to the start. And he gets the move done, does Ward. Great move done there by Ward to split the VCAB team. As we get more gifted coming in. Thank you very much for the gifted sub. Oh, I got the gifted sub. Oh, thanks. Why do I need a new PC, by the way? Is anybody going to elaborate on that? Is it? It might just be Streamlabs. I think I know what you're going on about. The quality looks a bit different. How the battery works. Yeah, probably drained it a little bit, and then Ward's managed to get through. But the gaps are starting to show now. P1 and 2 are just slowly but surely pulling away. Predestinato is getting back within that second. 67 SPS, 98% GPU. I don't know what none of that means, mate, so I'll just get somebody to fix it. It's probably the amount I probably just need to clean it, to be honest, mate. But Predestinato with the fastest lap of the race so far there in at P3. Trying to close down for the battle for P1. As we did have Thiago feeling the pressure from Callum. Callum getting really close to the back of Thiago. They're all very, very close to one another. Big DRS train. Well, straight line mode train. We're going to be used. Matteo uses medium in time. As we get Oliver again with the one bit. Thank you very much, Oliver. The Ferrari team of FBR in together. Hopefully they can work well together and pull each other along to maybe a podium fight here this evening at Albert Park. We still are just in the early stages, just 3 laps in, with Robin doing a great job off the start. getting into turn 1 free of any challenges, and yeah, just being able to take it nice and easy. As we get hype train going, thank you very much, boys, for the hype train. We've got AERT Geo with the gifted sub as well. Melwin is the receiver of that one. Thank you very much. Big W in the chat from me. Thank you so much. Oliver not with the bits. Thank you so much. He's not joining AERT Geo. We've got an early pitter here. VMV Florian into the pits early. Didn't quite see what it was, but onto the hard compounder tyres. As we get Fleur going for the lead of the race and moving into the lead of the race there. And now we've got Robin trying to go back on the attack here, trying to take the position away. In the background, you can see we've got Ward and Matteo battling it out. Ward just running Matteo out of room there a little bit. Yeah, Justin, thanks for the subs, mate. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the gifted. Massively appreciate it. Everybody put W's in the chat for Justin. I think, I'm sure you've got one. More gifted subs. But yeah, Ward looked like he just forced Matteo just off the track a little bit. Didn't look the cleanest, but could look totally different from another angle. As we've got ICS Mat 7 putting Matteo under pressure now as well, but Matteo putting Thomas under pressure. Will Matteo try and go for the move? We've got battling going on all over the place here, and I said that it would bring the fights a lot more overtaking. P1, 2 and 3 swapping everywhere they can. Fleur now demoted down to P3, but now we've got Robin and Predestinato battling it out for this lead of this race. And we get Predestinato up into P1 and Robin down to P2. This race is absolutely, as we get risked in with the chat, with the bits, 400 bits. Thank you so much. Massively appreciated. You need to gift more. They don't need to gift anything. You don't need to put any bits in the chat. It's fine. Honestly. Oh my god. Alright, I'll just leave you to it. You do what you want to get Vortex with the first 3-second time penalty of the evening. There's Oliver again with the bits. Thank you, Oliver. So, IRT Callum has dropped out of the second to the top 8. Sammy Lewis has managed to gain a few positions. Did start P10. Now has moved up into P8. Race pace looking a little bit better than his quali pace. As we get just off of type 4 for gifted. If you want a gifted, looks like Risk is handing them out for fun here. Sammy Lewis having a little look there on IRC on Mat 7. We're on lap 6 here. We've already had Florin Pitt down in P22 onto the hards. Let's see if anything's going to change at the front. Fleur needs to just close that gap a little bit as we get more gifted in the chat. Thank you very much. How much money have she got? I know, I'm thinking that myself, to be honest. But they really didn't have to, but I massively appreciate it. So IRT Callum trying to close the gap in at P9, trying to bring that train back to a full one, but it is a very, very hard challenge. Maybe the McLaren over Kazizel can get past and close that gap right up as Cazzizzle does go through into P9. I think Callum hoping maybe he can pull him a bit forward, but Cazzizzle now 1.7 seconds off the back of the lead pack. ET8 win. We'll have to wait and see on that one. This is very hectic. I can't wait for Ronnie to come and do comms. We are running out of people to gift. The 65. I'm sure you haven't gifted 65. And then we get Gio with the 50 bits. Thank you so much. Why is he behind Wards? Matteo, it's been tough battling. Oh my God, Justin, calm down. Justin with more gifted. I'm supposed to be commentating. I'm going to close that screen in a minute. Jesus. But thank you, Justin. Massively appreciate it. Much love, brother. Thank you. Well, let's get on with some racing as we do see Matt going on the attack against Thomas in the Haas. Can he get the move done? Sammy Lewis looking on in the background as we get Risk with more gifted in the chat. Oh, boys, much love, massively appreciated. Means a lot. Thank you so much. It really does mean a lot. You lads are absolute legends. But not much really going on in the overtaking department now. Things have slowed down as we get more gifted. I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you. Why is everyone rich? I don't know. That's my answer. Camp prize pool. Oh God. I was Matteo behind Quads and Fleur, bro. It's been a tough battle. They really have been battling it out at the front. It's not been an easy one. It's been the thing. I mean, Predestinato has done a pretty good job of getting to the front and staying there, and has done a really good job of holding it. I mean, Robin could be just holding on to the AERS, just sticking in behind, using Predestinato to pull them along. Wards might be taking it a little bit easier as well, just pulling out a bit, just leaving a decent enough gap where they can still get the straight line mode, but they don't feel the effects of the dirty air too much going through the corners. So potentially saving some tyres, maybe wanting to go a lap or two longer. Level 6 completed. Thank you very much, Oliver, in the chat. Massive. You guys are absolute legends. We've got pitters already. We've got Thomas and we've got Sammy Lewis into the pits. Both decided to pit early, going for an undercut as we get Risk with more gifted. You're not doing W's in the chat. My God. Oh my God. Guess we're rich. You boys, big W's, big W's. Someone gift, please. If 80 does a 1-2, I subscribe. Okay. Okay. I mean, they've got a chance, but Matteo, it looks like he's been struggling a little bit since dropping back there. Sammy Lewis does come out in P18 as we move back up to the top. And Robin now looking to put the pressure in Justin. Where my sub? Jesus Christ. Exchanging subs here. Justin again with the subs. I just, yeah, thank you, boys. It's just still not a sub. I don't know. As we get them both into the pits, the top two into the pits. And we get Wards opting to stay out. I did say he looked like he was dropping back a bit to maybe try and save some tyres to go that one lap extra. And looks like I was right. W gifted. As Melvin saying F this race in the chat. But Ward's looking, like I said, he just looked like he was trying to preserve some tires, maybe go a lap or two longer. And oh my God, clip it and ship it, people. Voller with a 10-second time penalty for ignoring yellow flags. Now, whether that will be removed at the end of the race, who knows? But SCI need to work together here. The team is very close to one another. Can Voller help Kazizel get past Callum? Or is Callum going to get past Voller? But Voller is massively affected now with that 10-second time. Ignoring yellow flags for what, though? I don't see what. Can't be removed. It'll be served in. Oh, yeah. So that is Voller's race. I mean, Voller's got to have the comeback of the century. If he wants to come back after this 10-second time penalty. As we get Ward into the pit now. And where will Ward feed out? So, here are the basic 1 and 2 on the track. As we get more gifted in the chat from Justin. And Risk doing the same as well. Right. Justin, you broke. We get W's everywhere in the chat. We get Sue. So President Donato, where did Ward feed out? Ward feeded out. He lost a couple of positions there, didn't he? Staying out just that 1 lap longer. Lost him, what, 3 positions as we now get it, the Haas team of TRT into a technical P2 and 3 here. With lads above still waiting to pit. So we know they'll be going on to the hard compounder tyres after this. Bro, everyone in chat is sub. What am I seeing? You're an absolute legend, Justin and Riss. Both absolute legends. You are... I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much. It means an absolute million. That has been absolutely brilliant. We need 15 for whole chat. Oh my God. As Robin now with the fastest lap of the race in at P3. Oh, Robin's actually leading this one now. So managing to get past President Predestinato down the straight. Commentator tomorrow is going to have caveat. Nah, it'll be going back into whatever. I won't be having caveat. Nah, it's not that. But big W to the lads in the chat. It's down to them. It's down to them. So I'd like to thank each and every one of them. Well, 2 of them, really. I need a sub. Sorry. Well, if you ask, you probably receive, to be honest. But yeah, Robin now in the theoretical lead of the race. And it's Predestinato in a TRT sandwich here. TRT really in the driving seat to go on and potentially get a 1-2 here. As Ward has done a good job at getting past Fleur and Sam. I'm sure Sammy Lewis was in front of Ward. But Ward doing an absolutely brilliant job. He's now right on the rear of that. Well, he's dropped back a bit, actually. He's not right on the rear. It could be a bit of a lonely race as we get AERT G with the gifted as well. Thank you, AERT G, for the gifted. Massively appreciated. I will update the things eventually. I don't know. I honestly, I don't know what I'm doing with Twitch chat and all that. And like enabling everything and stuff. So level 10 hype train W. Yeah, massive W. Massive W. Thank you, lads. Massively appreciate it. So, it's hard to keep track with you guys doing this. Oliver, again, thank you for the bits. But again, we get a swap of the lead with Predestinato now leading the race, getting past Robin. Are we going to see the TRT team try and both get past Predestinato at the same time? They need one of the long straights to really go for that, to be honest. Sammy Lewis just staying within that second window as we get Justin again with... Oh my god, Justin. I don't even know what to... I really... 81 people viewing the stream. We've got Justin and Risk going off with the subs. You're pretty much making me lost for words here, boys. Like, right, that... Lego, that may be going a bit too far. Comms, do you know how much money you're getting for... I ain't got a clue, Oliver. I've not got a jar of glue, mate. I'll let you all know, though. With a big thank you to Crib, Justin, and everybody else. There's probably over 100 quid. Probably, mate. Probably. But you really have all just lost me, and what the fuck is happening? Exactly. Let's get back to some fucking racing. The top three really in a close battle here. TRT trying to manage this as best they can. Are they going to manage it? I think they just both save now until that final lap and try and both go for it. Nah, he gets like 30%. I get like, bros, 160 quid, just like that, exactly. We got, there's some side-by-side action for you. We got Callum and Cart going side-by-side through a couple of corners here, battling it out for P10. Callum inside line, Cart outside line. Should have the better run down to turn one, but Callum looks like he's just got the advantage. And there he goes in to P10. Got a few time penalties as well. Don't worry, boys, I will check back in with you afterwards, but I do need to lock in. We've got Andy down in P12 in the Williams for TRS. To get Oliver with the gifted. 81 viewers. Hello, people. How we all doing? If you are new here, smash that follow button so you do not miss any of the content here. Here at the commentator channel for AERS. We will be live Friday night on behalf of AERS also. And you can also catch the stream over on YouTube, over on the AERS channel. So, the top three in a race of their own now, with the rest battling out for the other positions. Ward is closing the gap. Ward is showing some great pace here. And maybe Predestinato, if he would really think about it, I mean, it might be a risk bringing Wards into it. But is it worth the risk of putting one of the TRT team members under pressure so they've got to think about more than one driver? So it makes it a bit more easier for Predestinato out front to kind of manage it, because he's not got to worry about two drivers. He's just got to worry about the one. Ward is back under that second. Don't think we get straight line mode on this lap. I think he will get it on the next one, the boost. So they are pulling away from Ward, you can see here. He's just got to try and keep that pace up, try and keep pushing. So he gets that boost on the next set. Vortex up 13 and Thomas up 6, his highest gains. Thank you, Grumpy, for that one in the chat. We got Crispy has followed. Thank you very much for the follow. But yeah, Ward really is flying, and Ward's got a good chance of going for the race win here. On the freshest tyres out of the top three, it's a lap, but a lap can be a big difference, especially in the latter stages of the race. And I'm sure that's what IRT are going to be discussing at this moment in time. So, here's the battle for P5. We've got Fleur, we've got Matteo, and we've got Sammy Lewis. Sammy doing well. Sammy's gained a few positions from the start of this race. Started in P10. He's now got his teammate Vortex, who's 4 seconds behind him. So, they could kind of play the T game here, hold on to P7 and 8. try and hold the rest of the pack up, but I'm sure that Vortex is going to try and push as much as he can to try and close the gap, but he does have to try and push as he does have a time penalty. Voller did go into the pits. He did serve his penalty. It came out P18. Points go down to 18 now, by the way. Thank you very much, as Oliver again with the bits. Thank you very much, Oliver. But yeah, Voller now down in P18. And it's not going to be a good race for the SCI driver. Unfortunate 10-second time penalty. Well, is it unfortunate or is it should it stand? We'll find out off the steward's report maybe next week. But let's have a look at Speed Demon down in P15. We've got Lev, Tiago. Well, no, it's just Lev behind Speed Demon. These two battling out for P15. TRS, Andy in at P14 behind Kev. We've got Kazizzle as well. SCI, this is going to be a bad start from as we get Justin with the bits as well. Vortex pen, possibly removable, all warnings in lap 1, so maybe multi. Well, hopefully Vortex should be able to get them removed and should be able to hold on to P8 as we get Risk with the 100 now as well. 100 bits, thank you so much, Risk. As Tiago with the fastest lap of the race so far, down in P17 behind his teammate, but 2.6 seconds adrift from their teammate. Predestinato has managed to get back in front of Robin, leading this one. Sammy Lewis with a 3-second time penalty. He's got the time in hand though to Vortex. As we get Pro Ultra, FBR, Paywatch, 1DC and other. Wow, send subs to my favourite streamer and FBR P19 and P21. I love this game. I'm sorry if I could kind of boost the positions for you, Justin. I would. Unfortunately, I can't, brother. It's not entertaining. And so Callum and Kat still going at it. These two have been in a battle for multiple laps here. Battling out for positions. They now find themselves battling out for P9. They were battling out for P10 earlier. As we get Devil in the chat. We're on lap 20. And Sammy Lewis in a bit of a lonely one. He's 1.4 seconds off the battle for P5. And then Vortex is some 4 seconds behind him. Causing a safety car on purpose. Who said that then? Rev Caterpillar said that. Ward has actually managed to get past Thomas. So I told you the tyre advantage Ward's got. It might only be a lap. But Ward is going to be... I reckon Ward's going to be battling for the race win. He's shown great pace. He's shown great knowledge when he was sat behind. Keeping the distance. Making sure he could have that extra lap on the tyres. So he'd have that extra lap pressure tyres towards the end of the race. Smart play by Ward. Very, very smart approach. You could see it from him from the beginning of the race. Calm, cool, and collected drive from Ward so far. And as I said, do not count him out for the race win. Does have to close that gap up though. All that battling with, well, all that ERS usage against Thomas. Probably cost him on this lap. Might have to do this, possibly a recharge lap, just trying to close the gap. But he does see a mistake by Robin. Robin in the front there, just going off circuit. And that has allowed Wards to get right towards back in. And Robin there into the wall. Robin's race has unravelled here on lap 21. Just didn't see him with the car. Just absolutely uncontrolled. We've got a Ferrari in the background there. FVR just cutting the corner. They're probably getting blue flagged at this point. Sorry, Justin. could have expected that. Could we? Speed Demon, 3-second time penalty. But Robin has just threw pretty much, like, I wouldn't say through. They've not threw the. I'm sure they didn't mean to do what they just did. But getting just I think got a little bit flustered with the mistake. Sin that Ward was coming and just bit overzealous on the accelerator. Cost them heavily and put them into the wall. Thomas has actually also been demoted now down to P4. And on lap 22, we see TRT in at P4 and 5. But on lap 20, they were P2 and 3. We have got ETA on top now. Mateo managing to get through and join his teammate. But Mateo's got a lot of defending to do. Now, do they play the team game? Does Mateo hold up Ward? Or does Predestinato pull back and help Mateo with the straight line mode? Because without it, Mateo's a sitting duck. Ward's going to get past. But while Ward is stuck behind Mateo at the minute, I think Mateo, if anything, should be trying to slow Ward down that little bit. But it does look like Predestinato has been listening a bit. He's just lost 0.3 of a second there. Maybe it was due to a mistake. It was 6 and gapped last time I checked. Yeah, I know. So Mateo has managed to bring it back. Just mistakes. We had Robin putting it into the wall on the exit of the final corner. Well, pretty much going down the straight. Just started going a bit sideways, and that was it. Into the wall for Robin. So, but Robin, hopefully we can see them keep all the P6. They have had a good race. To give Mateo overtake mode. I mean, I did say that. I like that. I personally think that they need to play the team game. Mateo could come under heavy pressure. I think if Mateo can maintain the gap for the next couple of laps and then maybe see Predestinato drop back a bit on that final lap or final 2 laps just to make sure they get the 1-2. But we'll have to wait and see. So there is a big old battle about Sammy Lewis. Does have a 3-second time penalty, but Sammy is potentially in the battle for a podium here. As well as Robin. Still, Robin does have the damage. Fleur still in with a chance, but they are 4 seconds back. But everybody has a chance. We've got Mateo now. Just trying to close up. Looks like Predestinato as we get Justin again with the gifted sub. Thank you very much, Justin. W's in the chat for Justin, people, and for Risk, and for everybody else that has done it, that has gifted a sub here this evening. Please show your appreciation in the chat. I want to see at least 70 W's because all of you have been gifted a sub by Justin and Risk. So come on, people, get the W's in the chat. Come on, show your appreciation for the boys for putting their hands in the pocket and giving people some gifted subs. And obviously me. So I would put a W in the chat, but I can't. But Justin, Risk, and everybody else, big W, boys. Big, big W. So Robin now with a 3-second side penalty as well. As Sammy does manage to get past the Robin. Robin will be struggling with that wing damage. You can see the front right of that wing is missing some parts. We've got Voller and Speed Demon. I think these two used to be teammates. I'm sure Speed Demon used to drive for SCI. I might be wrong. Tell Ward's dinner is ready. He is trying to push Mateo. Nah, Speed Demon is ex-assist. I've seen him somewhere. I don't know where then. But I have seen Speed Demon before. So thank you for that one, Grumpy. But I have done comms on Speed Demon before, I'm sure I have. But let's get back to the race. It's sad to see a legend like Voller like this. I know. That 10-second time penalty really did screw him over. Whether it was warranted or not, obviously he was the man of the season last season. Everybody loved him. Everybody appreciated him. They've given 33 subs in the channel. Oh my God, 33 subs. We get Pierre Goatley in the chat, and thank you, Pierre, for this for the follow. Massively appreciated. Setup Sniper is here. And we've got AERS Botty in the chat. How are we doing? Thank you for joining us. But just a couple of laps to go here. And for a short period, it looked like Robin was in with a chance of a race win. But that melted away with a mistake on the exit of turn 14. Sammy Lewis with the time penalty. Fleur, 5 seconds adrift from the battle for the podium. Thomas is just floating in and around there. Can't seem to get into the straight line mode zone. That 1 second window. Just can't seem to get onto it, but Matteo. But now, Ward is free to go on the attack. Can he get the race win here against Predestinato? Predestinato has driven brilliantly, but Ward just seems to have the advantage here at Albert Park. He seems more comfortable, more settled, more at ease with the circuit, and looks like he has a lot of pace in hand. As I say all that, he makes a mistake. Gets a bit squiggly on the exit. Has a bit of a twerk, shall we say. But Ward now, can he get the race win here for IRT? Can he get the first win of the season? Matteo is washed, confirmed. Hey, Matteo might be saving up yet. You never know. Could be Predestinato that ends up P3 at the end of this. At the end of these couple of laps. Always Matteo putting Ward under pressure. Going on the attack. Matteo getting past Ward there. Retaking P2. And now protecting his teammate from Ward, who is on 1 lap fresher tyres compared to them. As we get Callum and Kazizzle and Carr all in a battle. Who's that? Callum's actually getting... He's dropping. Callum's had a moment. Callum's actually got wing damage. So IRT, either end of the scale. One's doing well and one's in a bit of trouble. So Carr now in P9. No worries from Callum. They've been battling for quite some time. We've got a yellow flag. And that may have been Voller. Right at the back there. Let's have a little look. It was caused by Voller, but I don't see any damage on the McLaren. Oh, Voller continuing on here. As we've got just 2 laps to go here in the season opener. And it looks like the race is going to be ETA race. It looks like they're here to win it. They are here to stamp their authority on this season. Is this how the season's going to play out, with Predestinato and Matteo sat on the top, with Ward trying to chase them down, trying to steal the podium, the top spot away from them? We'll see who ends up on that top step as we now move into the final lap of the evening here at Albert Park. And it's Predestinato, it's leading it. Matteo just holding Ward back a bit. But, I mean, do you go for the race win, or do you just get the team win here and accept a P2? I don't think any driver accepts a P2. I think every driver wants to get that P1, that first race win of the season, get that feel-good factor for the next race. Is Matteo going to go on the attack against his teammate? Ward is going to try and push, so Matteo has to. And Ward is trying to push, he's trying to get past, but there's just no room. Matteo doing a great job of defending his teammate here. But Ward now will go once again on the attack, and it's just Not going to be enough from IRT. They've put the they've put the ET8 boys under pressure. But it's going to be ET8 that are going to round the final corner. And for the first race of the season, it's going to be a 1-2 here for ET8. They win here at Albert Park. Ward gets P3. TRT Thomas in at P2. Sammy Lewis will take P5. Great result. Oh no, Fleur taking that position away from Sammy. Sammy gets P6. Kev P7. Carr in at 8. Edward 9. Vortex in at 10. Kazizzle in at 11. FRT Tiago in at 12. We've got Levin at 13. Callum in at 14. Andy down in 15. Robin all the way down in P16. That's so unfortunate for Robin. Voller, sad to see, down in P17. Lose P18. Speed Demon will come across the line in P19. And that will be everybody across the line. And I think the Ferrari team actually got lapped there. What a race this has been here at Albert Park this evening. But it's ET8 that will step onto the podium 1-2 for the first race of the season. And let's hope they start as they mean to go on, because this is a great advantage off the start for the team. Be a good haul of points in the team constructors. So SCI, watch out. ET8 are here to play. And they're here to pick up wins and hopefully pick up that trophy at the end of the season. But we are only one race in. It was a great performance by them as a team. Very up and down at the front. We did see a lot more overtaking than we did see last season. We seen it all over the circuit. It's a shame we couldn't catch a bit more of the back, but there is only one of me. But your race winner, Predestinato. Fastest lap goes to Speed Demon. Driver of the day goes to Kazizzle. And most overtakes goes to Kazizzle. So SCI with something to take away from this race. And that is driver of the day and most overtakes. So, what did we think of the opening race of the season, people? Absolutely brilliant. Mistakes made. I mean, like I said, Robin looked like they were set for a win, or at least, at least a podium. And just a big mistake out of turn 14, seeing them lose it all. And they managed to stay in the points only just, though. Only just. So, yeah, I mean, what do we take from that? I mean, we take ET8 here to play. And all the other teams are on catch-up. They did show some strong pace. I mean, Predestinato showed some brilliant pace out front, stayed out front for quite some time. So, absolutely amazing pace from him throughout that race. But, yeah, absolutely brilliant racing. Once again, looks like we're going to have an amazing season once again here at AERS. Who will come out on top? Congratulations to ET8. On that brilliant victory. 1-2. Couldn't have gone any better for the team. But obviously everybody else got to play catch up. Unfortunate for Ward. I think Ward had really good pace. Obviously the tyres kind of just dropping off. He did have that one lap advantage, but that advantage just couldn't help him in those final few laps to get past and really try and challenge for that race win. So bit unfortunate for Ward, but I'm sure they'll take the positives from that. Was a really good drive from them. And yeah, they can hopefully carry that pace on into the next race. Carry that. Because it was really strong race pace from him. Really good drive. So he should be able to get it. Bye, Grant. Have a great evening, mate. Take care. Yeah, W race. Big W. So, yeah, you can, if you missed some of the race, make sure you jump over to either YouTube or come back here after this race, after this stream is done to rewatch it. But you do have the option of YouTube as well. But honestly, people, Thank you so much to Justin, to Ritz, and to all the other people that gifted subs here this evening. You don't know how much it means. It means so much. You don't have to do it. Nobody has to do it, but it's always massively appreciated when people do. So to each and everyone that did, and with the bits as well, Oliver and Justin obviously did the bits as well, and Risk. Thank you so much, boys. Yeah, thank you so much. So, as for comms on the AERS race, make sure you join us Friday, people. Friday, the PC no assist season opener Australia starts, and it's going to be a good one, people. If you watch esports and follow esports, make sure you come and join us on Friday, people. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. I'm super excited for it, and I mean super excited. I can't wait. A whole new tier, and yeah, some very, very, very talented drivers. Very, very talented. Until then, people, have a great rest of your week. Thank you so much for joining me. 80 odd viewers we had at one point. That is absolutely astonishing, just mind-boggling to me. So thank you very much. But until Friday, I mean, you can join me tomorrow night. I am covering another league if you enjoy the comms, or if you just want to come have a chat and chill. I will be here from 8 o'clock onwards. But mate, just turn up Friday. Make sure you turn up. Until then, people, much love. Take care.